Hello, my name is Dr. Bond von Brudenbond, and here I am today with my colleagues, Test Subject 1 and Test Subject 2, to talk to you about the middle class. You see, you may know me from films such as My Computer Ate My Homework, Why Didn't You Submit the Link? And I submitted the link, but Echo didn't work. How is that my fault? Stop yelling at me. I want to pass just as much as you. You may know some about the middle class from famous politicians such as Mitt Romney, or from huge movements such as the Occupy Wall Street movement, talking about the 99%. In this video, we'll be going over with you what is the middle class, what determines the middle class, and how do we know. Here's my colleague, Test Subject 1, to talk to you about the standard of living in the U.S.
These numbers are the annual income of different sized families according to the Office of Assistant Secretary for Planning and Evaluation. The standard of living in the United States is one of the top 20 in the world by the standards economists use as a measure of standards of living. Gathering information from Princeton University, per capita income is higher here in the U.S. but less evenly distributed in most other countries, as we've seen with the 99% movement. On comprehensive measures such as the UNHDI, the UN Human Development Index, the U.S. is always in the top 20, currently ranking 4th. On the Human Poverty Index, the U.S. is currently ranked 16th, one below the UK and one rank above Ireland.
We were tasked with defining the middle class and the range of incomes that it covers through the use of mathematics. The next segment will be talking to you about these mathematics in particular that we used. We started by using a histogram. We made the bin size 20,000 and entered the data into Excel. The histogram came out to be skewed right, which shows us that there is a significant number of Americans who are within the lower left portion of the income range. We then took the frequencies from each bin and converted them into probabilities. We did this through adding up the sum of all the frequencies, then dividing each individual frequency by that number. The probability histogram came out to be very similar to the frequency histogram, which this time shows us that you are very likely to be within the lower left portion of the histogram if you are an American. From there, we decided to split the data into non-aisles, which is 9 different parts, 3 for each class of people. We found out that the middle class is most likely to be within the Q3 to Q6 range, which also happens to be within the actual interquartile range of the data. We then created a box and whisker plot, which shows us that there is a very large amount of variance in how much Americans earn per year on the poor side of the spectrum compared to the rich side of the spectrum. Now here is my colleague, Test Subject 2, to talk to you about the conclusion that we drew from all this data.
In conclusion, we found that mathematically, the middle class is between 32,928.5 and $71,190. This means that anything below this range is considered lower class. Anything above this range is considered upper class. What this means for our economy is that, as the box and whisker plot showed, there is a vast difference in what is considered lower class and what is considered upper class. Something interesting to note about the box and whisker plot is that the right and left sides of the middle class, although they are quite different in size, they have the same amount of data in them. From everyone here at Brudenbond Industries, we thank you for taking the time to listen to our musings about middle class. Have a nice day.